And it goes on. Welcome back to Big Silly Goose Gaming, and I wanted to talk to you guys about the new Nintendo Switch Direct that came out. It's been all anybody can talk about. They've basically been talking about how they have new games coming out and how there's all this new stuff that's going to be revealed. And I was pretty excited about it. I was like, okay, they're getting ready to. They're getting rid of the, you know what I mean? They're getting rid of the Switch in favor of their new stuff. I think it's pretty cool that they're trying to get rid of, or trying to build hype around the new console by basically giving everybody the things they wanted from the old console. So, as you can tell, I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch myself. I definitely think that the Nintendo Switch is like the kind of, I mean, I don't want to say it's the, obviously there's PC gaming, there's other kind, PlayStation is also pretty cool, but I would say that the majority of people would agree that, like, in terms of gaming consoles or like things that you need to have in order to play specific games, like you need the Nintendo Switch in order to play Mario Kart and other games and as such. Like those are the pretty big games, or the games that everybody kind of, I don't know, wants you to. Put it this way, is that like you need the Nintendo Switch in order to play those games. You don't need the PlayStation to play other games, you know what I mean? Because they're available on PC for other ways to play or whatnot. So, ooh, no. And I just, okay. Anyways, there were a couple of games that were announced. They got Metroid Prime 4, I think. They had a lot of Tomodachi games, which I thought was like, what? I didn't really. I mean, they're cool, they're nice, you know what I mean? It wasn't anything too surprising for me. Let me think, what else was on there? I don't think there was anything all that surprising for me. Nothing that I saw on there that was kind of like, oh snap, I can't believe they're doing that, you know what I mean? It was more so like, I don't know, what's the right word to phrase it? I think it was like, cool that they were, I don't know, quote unquote making it about this thing. I don't know what's the right phrase. I just thought it was really nice that they were giving us some Nintendo Switch games, or things that they were going to be on exclusive to the Nintendo Switch, or going to be a part of the Nintendo Switch. And let's cut to the chase here. The main one that I want to talk about is the Pokemon Legends ZA, because that was the one that I was like, maybe they'll talk about it, maybe they won't. And it just became confirmed that this is like a Switch game. Well, maybe it'll be dual console. You know, you never know, but I guess it just kind of confirmed to me that this game is exclusively for the Nintendo Switch and nothing else. So because it's like exclusive for the Nintendo Switch, this is going to be the last like Pokemon Switch game of like the Switch era, and then after this it's going to be, I don't know what's the right phrase, it's going to be the Nintendo Switch 2, and then with the Nintendo Switch 2 they're going to have like obviously Generation 10, I think, and so that's what's going to make it really interesting, in my opinion. So because of all that, I think it's going to be really cool to see. It's going to be really cool to see how they bring it all together. I don't know if they'll do like an upgrade for the Pokemon Legends ZA, but there were a lot of cool things that they introduced in that trailer. They showed the nightlife in Lumio City. They showed the battling format, or like how they're going to move in that direction or that area. They showed, what else did they show? They showed like what Mega Evolution kind of was going to look like, or like how you can build up to it. They were going to show, I think there were a lot of things, but I'm more interested in like the battling format. Is basically you can like come up and sneak up on somebody. So I was pretty impressed with that kind of gameplay, or like how they. This Pokemon Legends game is more focused on battling than it is catching, because Pokemon Legends Arceus was more about catching Pokemon, and this one's going to be more about like battling and confronting trainers and building up to something. It goes from rank Z to rank A, and that's why it's like ZA. I thought that was really cool. And I don't know much else about the story, but I am excited. I'm very excited to see where they go with this and what they potentially do with it. I think it's going to be really cool. And there were a couple of other things they did at the Nintendo Switch Direct. They showed, I think they showed some of the, what's it called? Whatchamacallit? They had like that digital card thing where you can like give it to people. I don't know. Anyways, long story short, Pokemon Legends ZA, why did I sound Australian there? Pokemon Legends ZA is something that I'm really excited for, and I think that the new Pokemon trailer just reinvigorated my excitement for it. If you're a fan of Metroid Prime, of like that whole series, then you have something to look forward to, something to be excited about. You also have the Tamagotchi series. You have a couple of other things that are coming out as well. So definitely a lot of things cooking for Nintendo. And then later on this week, they're going to do the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, which is going to be showing off the Nintendo Switch 2, all that it can do, the new games that are going to be accompanied with it. It's going to be really, really cool. So I'm excited to see what features they have and how they're going to upgrade and new games and all of that stuff. And then obviously maybe they'll get started on pre-orders. So if you're thinking about getting the Nintendo Switch 2, now is the time to get it. But until then, we'll have to see. But thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah,